Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am here today to discuss Leo and Aquarius Axis. Leo, it is a fixed fire sign. It's ruled by the sun, and Aquarius is a fixed air sign ruled by Uranus. Some key words for Leos would be leadership, courageous, charismatic, loyal, dominant, confident, strong-willed. Strong-willed also goes for Aquarius. They're strong-willed, independent, intellectual, idealistic, innovative, eccentric. A Leo sun, they're very expressive. They can be dramatic. They're creative and assertive. They're the fun house of the zodiac. Well, they rule the fifth house. It's all about creativity, fun, and play. So they are a very playful energy. Assertive, I think I said that. I'm just following my notes here, just trying to make it, try to get it down into concise little amounts. There is so much that you can say about them. Trying to get it into these tiny little bite-sized bits can be quite challenging. Leos are very fiery and ferocious. They have a very passionate attitude. They like to embrace life to the fullest. Now Aquarius, pardon me, Aquarius is associated with anything that's different. They don't like to follow the beaten path. They often, grimace at that. They like to set themselves free from any kind of social conditioning. Although they are open to change, they do like to do it in their own way. Their idealism runs strong, and in that theory you think they would be open to all things, and although they're quite stubborn on what they think, because they're a fixed sign. So sometimes that can throw you off guard. Yeah, they can be really fixed in their opinions. They are often seen quite aloof. I think that's probably because they are so much up in their head. That's my experience with people I know as Aquarius. They can appear quite detached and cold. They're very curious and observant. They don't miss much. They need space. They value their personal freedom. If you tried to box in an Aquarius, it wouldn't work at all. They value equality and fairness. They're a little bit of a reformer. They'll try to get you to be authentic, be your best person, and live life on your own terms. Yeah. They treat all walks of life equally. And yeah, so that is some stuff on an Aquarius sun. Now, Leo rules the 5th house and Aquarius rules the 11th house. The 5th house, that's all about creativity, pleasure, hobbies, romance, sports and games, to a lesser extent gambling. It's about all of the joys of life and the creative output. It's where you can be playful, where you can be childlike. And the 11th house is where that house governs the humanity, long-term goals, ideas, plans, hopes, dreams, the global community and the development of it. It's about fraternities, things we have in common with people. And not just, it's things that we have in common with people at the social level, but at the larger level. It's the bigger picture thinking, it's humanitarian pursuits. People with a lot of planets in the 11th house, generally, they focus their energies on helping other people. Like the group, the collective. It's also, the 11th house is also the most common house for celibacy. It's where you find a lot of nuns, monks, even maybe priests, I guess you would say that. So the moon in Leo, and the moon in Aquarius. So the moon in Leo is a great position. These people are childlike, they're very tactile, they're great at giving hugs, they like being in the spotlight, they're comfortable there, they're comfortable in their own home. They can get a little bit arrogant if they feel they're not being appreciated, so you want to watch out for that. If you have a Leo moon in your life, you want to make sure that you're letting them know that you do appreciate them and the value that they bring into your life. They can be flamboyant and adventurous. They often feel need to organize, to be the organizer or even control like family and friend groups. They like to oversee the goings on in their circles in their life. The Leo moon requires a lot of love, lots and lots of love. So again, they have pride. So if they've been hurt, they can sulk. So you really want to make sure you're letting them know how much you do appreciate them. They can be dramatic, not so much in public, but in the privacy of their own home. You would want to appeal to their well-developed sense of fairness, and that will usually help them, calm down. Moon in Aquarius. Now, these people are never going to be the gushing emotional people. They're not the big huggers. They can really often seem detached with their emotions, although they are not. They just have a real practical way of dealing with their emotions. They're very good at looking how you are, how they are, and how to resolve it, how to deal with it. They know how to give equal airtime to both parts and come up with a solution. They're also very good at dealing with sudden developments. Like say a child fell down or somebody cut themselves. They're the ones to spring to action, get whatever you need to fix the situation at hand, and then they can move on from it. The people with moon in Aquarius are really good at black, white, yes, no decision making. So these people, a firearms officer, paramedics, firefighter, stuff like that, moon in Aquarius, they do really well in these positions. Life decisions, on the spot decisions that refer to like saving lives. Really, those are really good spots for them. A Leo rising. Let's talk about a Leo rising. A Leo rising can't help but be noticed. They always have good hair. They radiate like this special energy and this magnetism. They'll like stride into a room. Some of them really like flowing clothes as well. They can be a little bit ostentatious, a little bit loud for other people, but it's just the playful part of them. They always bring enthusiasm and vitality into whatever is going on. They want to bring fun into life. Now, an Aquarius rising is the total opposite. They don't do hugs. They don't do affection. They do what needs to be done. What's the best way to make it happen? What is the shortest way to get the best results? You know, they're good at motivating people to get things done. They're focused kind of on what is the quickest and shortest way to get the best result with the least amount of effort. The easiest way from point A to point B is a straight line type idea. They're very good with organizing things like machinery or computers. They're all kind of born with an upgraded CPU, running on Windows 14, really great with technology. Excellent, either really excellent or a technophobe, and there's no in between, or no middle ground. They strive to be liked, but not at the cost of being efficient and effective with themselves. They do care what they look like. They don't necessarily have a particular fashion, as long as it's functional, effective, for whatever situation they're in, whatever they're working in. So the last bit, the midheaven. Leo midheaven. Now these people are natural born leaders. They exude confidence when they walk in a room. They're the kind of the type that would walk in and say, okay, I'm here now, so we can get started, you know. Just, there's such a presence about them and a surety. They have a real style, a little bit of arrogance. They're very comfortable in themselves, that's for sure. They're very good at empowering people to feel the same way as well. And they put a lot of heart into their career, into their responsibilities, into their reputation, and their ego is very strongly involved here as well. Now in Aquarius midheaven, they're very clear about themselves. They, when they're going for a job, they don't get emotional. They're very, straight to the point. They don't do crisis. They don't panic. They just get the job done. They're reliable. They don't need supervision. They don't always fit the traditional career mode, though. They like to be out in the world. They like to be efficient and effective in their workspace with clear focus and attention. But they need freedom. They can't have somebody watching them over their shoulder. That just won't work for them. Their long-term goals are eclectic and unusual often, and they're more, excuse me, they're more happiness-oriented than material-oriented. Aquarius midheaven people, they're not necessarily for everybody. So there we have it. Aquarius and Leo. They're very similar in some ways, where they're both concerned with the larger community, with the family, community of children. Leos are very, very proud of their children, the pride, the family. They're both very similar in ways that they like their hair to be good at all times. I know that's a really odd one, but it is. Leo's hair can be big and bold, or it can be short and neat as well. Aquarius hair is more I'm reading here, sorry. I lost my train of thought. Aquarius hair can be very short and sharp. I don't even know why I'm trying to look for that in the book. It's not really important, is it? So that's Leo and Virgo. I found Leo and Virgo really hard to write up because there just was so much for them, I felt. I'm not sure if there's any more or any less for any sign, except that Leo and Aquarius aren't largely loud in my life, in my surroundings. Or at least they weren't until I did this module, and I now understand it better. So I think one of the things about astrology is, as we learn about the signs and we better understand them, then we have a deeper knowledge of them, which is always so helpful. But when you know a sign, you don't really have to think about it. It's just innate. So I hope that was digestible. It didn't feel very flowy for me, not like some of the other signs. But they are two really great signs. And Leos, they live from their heart. They are the people that are the social butterflies at the party. They really know how to mingle, and they know how to, go to where each person is that, they can connect with. They're lots of fun people. The couple of Leos that I know, they are very, very fun. And then Aquarius, when I learned and understood and discovered more in the Aquarius sign, it really opened my eyes to some people that I know with Aquarius. And I always wondered about a coldness, like where is this coldness coming from? And it's not that they're necessarily cold, it's that they're in their mind, and they're not, their emotions, again, they deal with their emotions very differently. So when we learn about the signs, it's very helpful as to how we interact with people. So that is it for now. We have one more to go, and that will be the last axis of the zodiac, which will be Pisces Virgo. And I think that the axis of learning the axes of all the signs, sorry, I'm stumbling here, probably was the longest and hardest, because it's just so much information. I've already started my second module with the planets, and that's really interesting. Just interesting in the astronomy of it as well. So I look forward to sharing that. So I will see you on my next video, and that will be Aquarius or Virgo Pisces. So bye for now. Thank you for watching.